right, everyone, welcome back to the channel and thank you for tuning in to another video. We are not quite rounding out the 2023 year yet, but we are approaching, guys. We are into November now, Thanksgiving and Christmas for those that celebrate the holidays. But anyways, we have less than 2 months before this year will end, all right? So looking back at day trading and those that are starting off their career or venture either part-time or full-time into wanting to get into this business of day trading, it's a great opportunity for one, all right? And I know people are probably online trying to research and find out what markets to trade, what strategies to trade, just typically, what they should look for in setups. I know there's a lot that people, especially beginner traders, are really trying to focus in on, but ultimately, in the end, I want to say this, okay? Once you mastered or perfect trading as a whole, okay, and it's not going to happen overnight. You got to put in time and work. And one of the biggest keys to anything in life in general, but especially trading, is patience, okay? Have you ever heard the saying that only 5% of those that trade actually make it and are profitable? That's true, because to me, and I'm going to say this in my own opinion, and I'm probably sure that a lot of traders would attest to this as well. Trading is the hardest thing I've ever come across, hardest thing I've ever done in my life, because it took time for me. I didn't have, someone in my pocket or someone that could teach me a course, and I wasn't going to pay, for a course needed and spend thousands of dollars or even a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there, because you just don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work, right? And each person can see things differently, can trade things differently, using different strategies. So I'm just here to really hone in on those who are interested in trading that are beginners. Okay, I'm talking about the newbies out there. Let me say this. Anything we do in life is all about working smarter and not harder. Okay, I want to say that again. Work smarter and not harder. Okay. In trading, it's all about looking for setups. But first and foremost, you have to have a strategy that works, all right? Depending on, it doesn't really matter, how you trade. For me, I simply use a strategy surrounding supply and demand. And I've covered that in many, many videos on my channel, okay? All right? And it's open for anyone to watch. There are tons of videos to where I go with a strategy. I have live trading sessions where I talk about, or I should say live recorded sessions where you can capture and watch me trade, all right? And I go into great detail and discussion about my trades. And also, if you are a current elite member here on the community, or maybe you're interested because people always ask how they can sign up for the elite membership, click on the join button, okay? And you will find a tier titled the Elite Membership. Is $6.99 a month. People always ask about how can they sign up to get, I guess some further information, or they want to dive a little bit deeper and looking at some of the setups I take to where I go into more detail about the trades I take. And as well as you get that video playlist. I know there's like 620 and 630 videos on the channel. I'm constantly pushing out content, okay? I'm not just someone that's doing one video a week. I'm putting out a lot of content because I want people to really be successful and profitable. And we have profitable and successful traders that are part of the Discord community. So if you're interested in joining the Discord community, find that link down in the lower portion or bottom portion of this video, okay? But if you're interested in becoming an elite membership and supporting the efforts of all the public content, of all the knowledge, of all the experience I have to share with you in regards to my own personal trading and how I trade as a whole, then click on the join link that you can find on any video, okay, or the join link or button on the home page. You click on that, you'll see 2 tiers pop up. If you join at $6.99 a month for the elite membership, then you will get access to, lots of different rewards, okay? But mostly, and foremost, you get the access to the trade breakdowns as well as that video playlist, to where I've hand selected a group of videos that I think fairly will show you, how I trade in a sense, okay? Break things down, all right? The videos that are more pertinent, that I feel are important, that you really need to watch. And I need to add some additional videos there because I've made so much content since posting that, but I will go back and add videos to that list as well. So Anyways, okay, getting back to the topic here about working smarter and not working, harder. That doesn't mean that you're not going to work hard. I'm just saying be smart about, finding a strategy that works, choosing a market, okay? Now, the strategy and how I trade using supply and demand, that's universal. You can trade it no matter what the asset class is, what market you choose to trade. I don't care if it's options. Now, with options, I know there's some additional details or intricate details that you need to, focus in on, and mostly that is the fundamentals, because you are, if you're trading, a particular stock or whatever the case is. But I trade the indice futures or the index futures, and most everybody who is part of this community, especially on the Discord, either trade the NASDAQ or the ES futures, which is the E-mini S&P 500, okay? It's just a great opportunity because to me, you're trading the overall market and not hand selecting certain stocks, say for instance. But again, supply and demand works as universal, okay? And I have a specific strategy in how I do it. And I've been, just about every week, I pump out or push out several videos, talking about the strategy, as well as live recorded sessions to where you can see and I break the trades down so that people can grasp, like I said, what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at certain areas, why I'm looking at certain zones, breaking down the steps that are included in the strategy itself, okay? So if you're someone that's a beginner trader, all right, new to starting off your venture and wanting to start tap into trading, whether it's part-time or full-time, I would highly recommend supply and demand, okay? It's powerful stuff, guys. I mean, really understand it because, the single most important thing that people have to understand as traders is the driving force, When people get into trading, they get captured by, the market's moving high or pushing them and it's breaking to the upside, with lots of force, or breaking to the downside with lots of force. So, and they jump in and they're chasing the market. That's not trading, guys. You're horse trading is what I like to call it, because you're just trying to capture or get into a trade on a move, okay? Trading is all about taking strategic steps, okay? Strategic measurements. You have to understand that that's the whole purpose of developing or devising a strategy that's going to work in your favor according to what I like to say, okay, which is the most important part of trading, is understanding market structure. I want to say this. If you struggle with market structure, please go back and watch the video that I did a couple of days ago. All right, I put together and posted titled Market Structure just a few days ago. And I will leave that video in the end cap portion of this video. So right at the end, you'll see something pop up. And it'll say market structure. Click on that video and watch that if you're struggling with market structure. Because without that, you are not going to fare well. You're not going to succeed. Once you grasp market structure and you understand and able to read the market correctly, then it's all about developing a strategy that's going to work in your favor, okay? And I'm telling you, once you master market structure, you're like 90% there, okay? All right? And then the other biggest part is being able to, if you have psychological problems, not meaning I'm saying you have mental illness or anything, I'm just saying you have problems in the areas of when it comes to the mental aspect of fear and greed and all the other psychological components, that something that you may need to work on yourself, okay, to be able to control and get over, then that's the other part or the component that you're going to need to really master as well, all right? Understanding who you are as a trader and mastering that. So supply and demand is a very simple concept, because really what we're looking at is, once we understand market structure, is being able to gauge and look at the market, those areas of aggressive buying and selling. That's all it is. Supply is aggressive selling, demand is aggressive buying. And when you see lots of aggressive force in the market, you have to understand one thing: who's making those moves? It's the banks, the institutions, okay? I say this all the time. Retail traders don't have the capital to make aggressive moves in the market, okay? We just want to aid in the move, okay? Get in when the market is pulling back to a key area after it just pushed hard to the upside, and we see what I like to call a gap back at a certain zone. That's just basically orders left on the table that the banks are probably going to want to come back to and pick up or fill the rest of those orders, and we want to get in and pick up the breadcrumbs and ride the wave with them. So there's things that you have to understand, just like how we go throughout life, as we grow and mature, having to take care of certain things and grasping certain things, whether it's trying to You bought a house. You need homeowners insurance. You bought an automobile. You need auto insurance. You have to really figure out what type of insurance do I need to cover me, okay, and protect me, all right? The same thing. It's just there's certain principles and core concepts throughout life that we have to learn. The same thing when it comes to trading. We want to be able to understand and break down mentally when it comes to supply and demand. When we want to trade and look for key areas, trade management, risk management, zone locations, all these things, we have to train our mind and come up strategically with a trading strategy and a plan that's going to work in our favor. So I just want to talk to those individuals, especially beginner traders out there. And even if you're not a beginner trader, this probably resonates with you just as well. So, we'll quickly be moving and shifting it from 2023 to 2024. So take heed to what I'm saying, just kind of listen to this message a couple of times. There's plenty of opportunity in the markets. Trust that. The market is always doing something, and you can make money if you just really focus in on understanding market structure and looking for good setups, okay? So I just want to talk about that with you today, because making money in this business is easy. You could treat the markets like your own personal ATM on a daily basis, whether you day trade or you swing trade or you position trade. Again, 5% of people are very successful. Some of the most wealthiest people in this world, this is what they do. They may have ventured off and tapped into or started other businesses, but majority of their wealth probably comes from the money they invested into the market, okay? This is where people really become rich and wealthy, is what we do right here looking at these charts. So, you got to start off somewhere, and you got to start off slow, okay? And it doesn't take a lot of money to get into trading today, okay, at all, because now you have the opportunity to tap into the micro markets, today, especially when it comes to the indices, okay? And it doesn't take a lot of capital to get into it, but just don't dump some capital into an account, open that account, and then start trading. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you to really spend some time. You don't have to learn, or pick up information from me. I don't have anything to sell when it comes to a course or a mentorship. I'm just here to share with you what I know in my experience, so that hopefully that it helps someone or helps many individuals. I want to see people succeed, and this is just my way of passing things forward, okay? And I make money doing this on the daily. So if I can do it, I know there are thousands of people out there that can do it, but you just have to be smart about it, okay? Just as well as how you smart about the daily things you do in your own personal life, okay, that brought you to a level of success, and now you're ready to maybe step away from that and reinvent yourself or tap into something, another area, and you want to get into the financial markets, okay? Well, you can do that with day trading. I'm here to tell you that it is extremely possible, and you can make. It's up to you how much money you want to make, because guess what? Trading in this business, the sky is the limit. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So this has been a great year for me. I'm not rounding it up yet, but we are into the fourth quarter, and I'm taking things a little bit more slowly because it's been a positive year. It's been a good year, ultimately, and I'm looking forward to the next year and what's to come. And I'm looking forward to continue making videos to help and share information with people. So. But again, I want to see those who are watching the video today come over to our Discord community. Find that link down in the description portion of this video. Take part, engage in the Discord. There's 2 channels there. You have the general chat if you're someone that's new and you're asking about information about the future markets, specifically the indices, and you're wanting to tap into the ES futures or the NASDAQ 100 futures or the Dow, whatever it is. Come over and ask questions, all right? As well as we have the trading floor where people come together, we as traders, and we share and post our entries, okay? So that other people or traders that can grasp and understand the entries that we take, on a daily, okay? I share my trades on there just as well, and lots of times I'll throw out, key specific zones, say for instance, whatever the case is, and just throw it out there just as far as areas of interest that I'm looking for or trade, But anyways, ultimately in the end, the key to life that I find is really working smarter and not working too hard at it, okay? All right? But you got to perfect your craft no matter what it is in life. But for all those who are really interested, in supply and demand, I just want to kind of show you here that we've been in a, say for instance, a downtrend here. This is on my higher time frame chart. I just want to just throw this out there. This is off of the ES futures, okay? You see this, and then we got to turn around, okay? The market breaks above an area of structure. Supply and demand is all about, and the best areas to look for trade opportunities is looking for a break of structure, okay? And then a pullback to a key area where the market's either push hard to the upside or hard to the downside. And that's what you want to focus in on, because those are going to be the areas where the institutions have filled loads of orders, okay, and they want to push the market in a certain direction, okay? So, just the market break structure right here, say for instance at 190, and then it pulls back. This is demand right here, okay? It broke structure here, it pulls back. This is aggressive buying, okay? Coming back to this little zone right here. So, but the market could have came back right here as well down here, but it didn't. It rejected on this pullback right here, okay? When it pushed to the upside here, it came back, rejected, and boom, it blasted off to the upside. And we've been on an uptrend, the last couple of days here, especially on the ES. You can see what it's doing. It's just been pulling back and breaking higher on the movement to the upside. So we haven't had any significant pullbacks on the ES futures. In the NASDAQ, you're going to see a lot more activity. But, when the ES starts trending in a specific direction, it's typically trends for that in that direction, maybe for a few days. No one really knows because, again, we don't drive the markets as retail traders. So while the market is trending in one direction, just think to yourself, and I tell people, use your higher time frame to let you know which direction to trade, okay? So if we're just continuously breaking to the upside, pulling back, breaking to the upside, then look for long positions. But don't take it off the higher time frame. Look at it on your lower time frame. And I talk about that specifically in tons of videos about the strategy. Please take the time to go back and watch some of the videos that I cover in detail, and I'll talk about the strategy of using pair charts and multiple means of confluence. That means using two charts together that's going to give you a higher probability of success when it comes to trading, because if the higher time frame is showing you that you should be looking for long entries, then you scale down or move down to a lower time frame to look for those entries or setups to go long, okay? Don't try to trade against the grain. Don't try to trade in the same direction. Well, I should say same direction. Just against a moving train is what I'm trying to say, because you don't want the collision to happen, because you will lose money. So the higher time frame moving up, then look for longs, okay? Just move down to a lower time frame, and that's where I go into detail in those videos when I talk about supply and demand. So, you can go to the homepage on the channel, type in supply and demand and a little magnifying glass, and tons of videos are going to come up. So spend some time watching those videos. You can basically educate yourself, picking up, the valuable information that I cover, that are surrounded in those videos. And, like most people do, there's a lot of traders that are part of the community that spend some time and put in the work and watching the videos, and they understand the way that I trade and kind of incorporate it into their own trading, or maybe tweaked it a little bit and, found a strategy that works for them, but incorporated, what they kind of picked up and taught themselves through watching the videos. I'm not a trainer, guys. I'm not an educator. I'm not a teacher, even though lots of people who are part of the community have titled me that to be, but, I just think that they found that the information that I'm sharing has been valuable to them. So they've leaned on me, and I'm grateful and thankful that they are learning and teaching themselves through the videos that I've been sharing, the information I've been sharing. And a lot of those individuals are part of the elite membership program, and they have picked up a lot of good, valuable information through, the breakdowns, the information I cover, that, it's there, if you want to become part of the elite membership, tons of people have, and they're finding and seeing the light, and lots of them are becoming successful and profitable themselves. So it's up to you if you want to join the elite membership, but for $6.99 a month, I know people have asked about it, so I'm just telling you where you can go to actually click on the join button. But it's your preference. Again, you're just basically supporting the efforts here on this channel, and in return, you get rewards or perks behind it, okay? But yeah, you can basically watch the videos and you can educate yourself, but I just want to share what I know, because I want to see people truly succeed at the end of the day and not have to get tied up in spending thousands of dollars jumping from course to course and kind of still be left in the dark. It shouldn't take that to get you to where you want to be at when it comes to this business of trading. But outside of that, I wish everyone a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see everyone next week. All right, take care and have a safe one.